Watch the darkness slip away. Put your power on display. Say goodbye to fear and shame. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. Move. Signs and wonders in His name. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. We won't stop coming after you. We won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do. Come and do what only you can do. Move.
Hi kids, this is Terry and I'm one of the kids leads here at Granite United Church, and I am so pumped you're joining us today. We're going to be continuing a series called Crossover, and this week's big idea is how God can give you extraordinary courage. How can God give you extraordinary courage? It could be when you have a big test at school, or you have to talk in front of a lot of people. So I'm going to count to 3 and I want you to shout out your answer. 1, 2, 3. Shout it out. Awesome. We're going to be going into a worship song called Believe It. And then after that, we're going to be going to a lesson of the week. So kids and parents, let's get ready to dance. Let's get ready to move. Let's stand up. Are you ready? Here we go.
Whatever the distance or darkness, you're with me. You're with me. Whenever I'm failing or falling, you've got me. You've got me. You won't let me down. Never, never. In your love I'm found. Forever. Your love, it goes on and on. Forever is not too long. I believe it. I believe it. I'll never be too far gone. Forever I'm in your arms. I believe it. I believe it. I know that your love's never leaving. You're with me. You're with me. I stand on your promise and purpose. You've got me. You've got me. Your love, it goes on and on. Forever is not too long. I believe it. I believe it. I'll never be too far gone. Forever I'm in
everyone. Are you ready to hear another story about how God uses ordinary people to do extraordinary things? Awesome! Let's get started. There once was a king named Nebuchadnezzar thought he was a really big deal. In fact, Nebuchadnezzar was so full of himself that he built a huge gold statue of himself. He wanted all of the people to bow down and worship it whenever a special trumpet was blown. He said that anyone who didn't bow would be thrown into a fiery furnace. Living in the land were three men who, like the king, also had really big names: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now these three men followed God and knew it was wrong for them to bow down and worship a silly statue. So when they heard the horn, they didn't bow. God gave them courage to do what was right. Before long, people noticed that they weren't bowing. Some servants of the king who told on Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the king was mad. He ordered they be thrown into the furnace immediately, and in case the hot fire wasn't enough to harm them, he demanded they be tied up so they couldn't get away. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were tied up and tossed in the fire. But when the king looked inside the furnace, he was shocked by what he saw. There was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego walking around, no longer bound by ropes. And with them was a fourth person. When the king saw this, he demanded they be taken out of the furnace right away. They came out completely unharmed. Even in the fire, God was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Just like God didn't leave them on their own, we can trust that God is always with us too, because God is always by our side. God gives extraordinary courage.
Hey there, sick intro, right? Me myself. Not a big deal. It is a big deal. Whatever. Want to see something cool? Check this out. Pretty fly, right? It's a cactus. What the French call cacti. Yeah, I know French. I'm very cultured. I'm a very complex and intriguing individual. Oh!
Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Out of respect for gravity and all.
Sure. So I wanted to come by and ask if you're all right.
Oh, for sure. Never been better. Soup's all chill-tastic.
Soup's all chill-tastic?
Soup's all chill-tastic. Super chill and fantastic.
Did you make that up?
It's a thing I heard.
It's most definitely not.
WYS.
What does that mean?
Whatever you say.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You're not making any sense.
Well, maybe that's just because you don't speak cool.
Cool isn't a language.
Oh, it is. I'm speaking it.
Oh, really? So how do you learn to speak cool?
Gassy. You don't learn it. It learns to speak you. All right. You see, being cool it's like if you did, what am I saying? You can't explain it.
All right, so it's lunchtime, and I'm guessing cool people don't eat regular food, right?
Of course not. Cool people eat brioche buns, squid caviar, and gelatin.
Ah, that's too bad. I brought too much food and I figured you'd want to share.
Really? What do you got?
Peanut butter and tuna fish sandwiches, your favorite,
Really?
with seaweed potato chips.
Really? All right, I'll have some, please.
Are you sure? I thought you were too cool.
I'm not. I'm not cool. I'm just really hungry.
All right, here you go.
Thanks. Yes.
You know, Carl, you gotta be careful with this whole cool thing.
In what way?
I'm just saying, if you start worrying about being cool and doing what everyone else is doing, it might lead you to a bad place.
Oh, wow. I never thought of that before. Isn't there a story in the Bible like that?
Yep, the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The people of the city would start worshiping idols, and they would gather to bow to them. But the three of them chose not to bow down.
Oh, no. Isn't that going to get them in trouble?
You're right, and it did. Even after the king and his officials threatened them and told them to bow, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego chose to honor the one and only God.
That's right. Then the king was like, well, I'm going to throw you in the fire. And they're like, well, we don't care. Because God, he's going to save us. And even if God doesn't, we're still going to worship him.
Exactly. Then the king had them turn up the fire 7 times hotter than usual. So hot that the guard that put them in there died from the flames.
I forgot about that. What happened next?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown in, and guess what? They didn't burn up. They even began walking around inside the furnace. And when the people on the outside looked in, they saw a 4th person. A lot of people think that was God.
How cool is that?
So cool. So when the king saw them, they pulled them out. They looked and saw that none of them had been burnt, not even their clothes. It was a miracle. And from then on, the king decided all the people in the land would worship the one true God.
Wow. I would say those 3 were cool.
Yeah, but not that kind of cool.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes being cool means doing what everyone else is doing. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't do that. They knew there was only one God, and they wouldn't bow to any idol, no matter how much trouble they were gonna get in.
I guess you're right. I need to be cool just like them. It's just
what?
It's gonna be tough to do that. I mean, I don't know if I could be thrown into a furnace and have joy like they did. I mean, I just get scared thinking about it.
It's okay, Carl. Just like God didn't allow them to be alone in the furnace, God also won't allow you to be alone in your life either, even the scary parts.
Well, that's good to know.
Yep, and we can never forget that God gives us extraordinary courage.
That's a good point, Cassie. I'd also like to add, wait, what?
Oh.
That's our big idea! Today's big idea is God gives us extraordinary courage.
This is a big one, so let's say it on the count of 3.
1,
2,
3. God gives us extraordinary courage! Woohoo! Yeah! Today we learned that being cool really isn't important.
Right, Carl, and that God will always be with us through the tough times.
Well, kids, thanks for watching, and make sure to avoid any furnaces, because they're hot. Really hot. All right, thanks for watching.
Hey kids, my name is Amanda McManus and I'm a kids lead for Granite United Church. What an awesome message we heard today, that God gives us extraordinary courage. Our memory verse, Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." Before you go, we have one more worship song called With You. So let's get ready, let's get up, get ready to sing along. Here we go.
You spoke a word and brought the world to light. Your voice still echoes through the darkest night. I could try my best to count the stars. Nothing could compare to who you are. With you, everything is brought to light. With you, everything comes back to life. You died to make me whole. I want the world to know. With you, nothing is impossible. You called my name and told these bones to rise. And with the breath you brought me back to life. I could try and do it my own way. Jesus, I know only you can save. With you, everything is brought to light. With you, everything comes back to life. You died to make me whole. I want the world to know. With you, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. When the world is upside down, when I can't find solid ground, you turn it all around. Nothing is impossible. When I feel like I'm alone, when I'm far away from home,